start this off by saying, peace, God. Start this off by saying, peace, God, word. Peace, God, word. Okay. Handsome. Handsome. Word, handsome. Do you think I'm handsome? Do you think I'm handsome? Do you think Julius Jones is handsome? Man, that man got a lot of supporters. I seen somebody came in here and they went out. Okay, here we go. Response from a former governor. This is not just any former governor. This is one of the most known governors. This is the governor that, if you about my age, you remember Governor Keaton. Governor Keaton is a respected governor. Yeah, man, a lot of people remember old Governor Keaton.
Guys, that's right. Governor Frank Keating, 50 inmates were put to death while he was governor. So I spoke to him today one-on-one about what Governor Kevin Stitt is dealing with right now and how the process works.
This is a notorious case, not only because of the agony of that wonderful family from Edmond, but also because of the noise from all over the world. And it's not easy because you're going to make somebody mad, but you have to still do what's right.
So I asked the former governor, how do you decide what's right? He told me he always spoke to the prosecution and the defense.
This individual, proved beyond a reasonable doubt, is the killer. Every one of the prosecutors said, yes, that's correct. Okay. Then I would bring the defense attorney in and ask the exact same question. I'm the only person between you and the execution of your client. I don't want to do an injustice. Tell me, did this individual in fact do this killing? No one ever said absolutely not.
Well, in this case, the defense is vehemently denying that Julius Jones did this. Did you ever have a situation like that?
Well, I understand that the defense attorney, not the family, or the current lawyer, said a lot of things about what he did and what he did not do, what he said accurately, what he said inaccurately. But in my experience, I never had a situation where the defense attorney, would answer my question and say he absolutely did not do it.
So did you ever have the Pardon and Parole Board come and recommend commutation and or clemency?
No.
Do you think he's made a decision by now?
Don't know. I'm sure he's going to give it prayerful and thoughtful consideration. You have to do what the law and the facts suggest, and the science suggests that you do. Can we be absolutely 150% certain? No. But with the technology today, with the length of trials, proof beyond a reasonable doubt, unanimous verdicts, almost a generation of appeals.
Okay. With that said, you see he says technology. Man, the railroads and certain things, people may start to begin to railroad people through technology. Okay, you know how a person can make it look like you said something that you didn't say. They got all kind of stuff with technology now. Technology ain't shit, but it is. It is, they got things that they know that they can stand by. But then you have to think on this. Things like, is Alpo Martinez really dead? Is Alpo Martinez really dead? Is Faith Nicole Mahan really dead? Is Michaela Mahan really dead? You have to ask yourself these type of questions. Not to forget another execution that was really controversial and really was a real danger to retaliation of somebody being a very handsome person, like Tookie Williams. Handsome. real handsome. The leader of what is classified as a army of the United States of America, the founder of an army, a bigger army than you think, that is classified as that at the worst. When push comes to shove, and America could come down to his worst, meaning at war with another country. Now this is God's plan, y'all. This is God's plan. They executed Tookie Williams. You feel what I'm saying? Tookie Williams was executed. But along with the afterlife stuff, Bible thumpers and stuff, you know, it may, I mean, it's possible that it's just a bad dream for him, but I don't know, man. You know, we always want to think outside of the box. That's what this internet is for, to make people think outside of the box, to make people put their mind on something that may or may not be true to a certain extent. You have to think about, is these people that I'm asking you, are they really dead? Is one of those names that I spoke on, or are they kin to Julius Jones? I say this, Julius Jones is a handsome person. I mean, and then backlash after that, you still have to think about that. You know, my trifling ass surrounded by these trifling thieves. You know what I mean? God damn. I just woke up, y'all. I just woke up. Yeah, man. Then you got to look at what's going on right now. You see the Cleopatra theme on Red Notice. I really, truly, and honestly believe Red Notice is one of those type of movies that they trying to figure something out about the corona. Cause you know at the beginning it talks about Cleopatra and eggs. Women have eggs in them, man. Men even have eggs in them. And I'm big on the controversy of sleep. And maybe even something that boils down to the creation of man. Now let's go into what's going on outside of Julius Jones. That's something else that's big.
Protesters clashing outside the courthouse as tensions rise.
WGN's Rob Sneed live in Kenosha with more on that part of the story. Rob?
And many of those protesters are gone right now. Within the last 10 minutes, they dispersed. You can see there's a few stragglers here and there. But earlier today, as you guys mentioned, there was a clash between those who supported Rittenhouse and those who did not. Protesters with opposing views got in each other's faces, shouted and cursed as they waited for the Rittenhouse verdict to come down.
What about the rebirth of Julius Jones if he's executed tomorrow? You know what I mean? What about the rebirth? You know, you got to take into consideration the things that I just said, the views that I just pointed out, things that are possible. You know, we know that they executed Tookie Williams. Is Alpo really dead? Rebirth. Think about the rebirth of Julius Jones. Think about the rebirth. I don't know if it's true or not, but you got to think about this kind of stuff, man. You know, Let me end that in song. This is my song. Y'all can check me out on YouTube. Instagram. Facebook. Major platforms.
Sacrifice, or worn throughout device. Jesus Christ, crystal meth, us some China white, a Judas life. Somebody's story based around somebody who went to trial on a 10 of life. 40, you know the type. May even be the nigga's brother, mom, or wife. But I'ma be the redeemer, or some redemption for the ears that listen right. Angel wings taking flight, shining armor the black knight. You can step into this light, certified wrong and rights. 3 for 10s, hustle stripes, pyramid, crowned even in the afterlife. A sparrow of the pharaoh might, sharper than an arrow soaring through the black of night. Dracula, nigga, pagan wolves, raised off of slavery mush. Reggie Punch, no kush, but run the ball like Reggie Bush. Open up and read a book, running with a pack of crooks. Spark plugs, get them took, got them shook. Broken windows, have a look, buried under dirt and soot. Famous crip, a famous crook. Crip Dracula, nigga. Crip Dracula. Crip Dracula, nigga. Crip Dracula.
Okay. Trinkets. Trinkets. This video here is vintage stock. Vintage stock. As a street reverend, a street chief, this insight right here. Do you know what I mean? This is something to be kept in the history books, because regardless to the outcome, Julius Jones is going in the history books. You know what I mean? Julius Jones is going in the history books. He already there. You know what I mean? He already there. You know, it's a big deal. And the rebirth of Julius Jones, if executed. You know what I mean? Who's serious? Which one of his supporters are for real? He got big supporters. Kim Kardashian. You know, hell, he got the guru himself, chief commander of the Crips and Blood of Oklahoma City. You know, Big Nico. You know, I don't know who all else supported. You know, it's a lot of people that supported the cat that made the shoe for him. I tell you like this, it's nothing to joke about. You know, you think we'll know if it goes down. You know, you got the Rittenhouse verdict awaiting, demonstration, clash at the courthouse. You got the protesters out there, the Julius Jones protesters. Shit, I guess some of them slept in their cars. They said they put a 24-hour thing up there. You know, the question is, do you think that brother's handsome? I think that brother's handsome. No homo shit, though. But, you know, I know I'm handsome. Handsome for ransom. But, yeah, man, I can't really, it's really not nothing to play about, but, you know, that's just my character. I want to shine light on the situation and what's going on in the world. I just gave you major points. Is Alpo Martinez really dead? They executed Tookie Williams. Do you know who Tookie Williams is? Do you know who Tookie Williams is? Strength of America, at its worst, an army classified that may be just as big as the Army of the United States, that has a big number of men that are people that's up under his organization that he founded. Yeah, man, you got to think, if push came to shove in America at its worst, the Crips are labeled as an army, as a military force. You understand what I'm saying? Who's supporting Julius Jones? Is Faith Nicole Mahan really dead? Is Michaela Mahan really dead? Is somebody that is out of those names, or they kin to Julius Jones? Who is Julius Jones kin to? We do know that it was a situation about Joyce Gilchrist when she was the person that did the forensics on cases, and the legendary Sheriff J.D. Sharp. You know what I mean? When Oklahoma took some backlash about something that had something to do with forensics, and they had to let some people off on murders. We gotta look in that. I was supposed to end it that in the song, but it is what it is, man. Y'all summon this up as a prayer. Keep it as something that is worth something. You getting this from the people's prophet himself, one of the leading prophets in the world. Chief commander of the Crips and Bloods of Oklahoma City. Chief of the Zoos, a product of the Niswa tree.